Hey, thanks for clocking in and joining me for another shift of Cabin Escape. So this one's gonna be a little bit different, or actually quite different. I had previously recorded a gameplay of this, but I lost the file. Yeah, I guess it didn't. It was recording, but it didn't finalize or something, or I reached the max and it just didn't save. I tried attempting to, you know, get the audio and try to make the re-record gameplay to see if it can match up, but that proved a little bit too tedious. So, and this is what we're gonna do: just talk. Um, in previous videos, I had been told that the audio was getting overpowered by my game audio. So hopefully that's been resolved. That it hasn't, please let me know so I can make these videos quality a lot better. And as I go through these talking points, I am going to complete these puzzles. So all I had to do here was just get the eyeball. Oops. Get the eyeball. Put it in the ink, and then it turns it completely black. That's why she was talking about that it had to match in color. Oh gosh, do I really? Let's. Oops, no, that's not what I needed to do. Let's just fix this. Alright, and that's that. So we just go right here and just add it to the wall. Okay. So this obviously recording gameplay and just posting on YouTube has been a hobby of mine. I've actually had a few different channels in the past attempting to make this hobby a reality. Now it's just going to be a hobby for those of you who will subscribe and possibly continue watching my videos and sharing it, help me grow a little bit. But this is I think what I'm going to stick to. I'm really doing this for those of you who do not have a great computer or access to a computer, but I think the majority of these days people have phones, and I'm trying to go for the games for the phones that are supported by both Android and Apple. Sadly, not all of them are going to be supported by both. This one, luckily, is supported for Android, Apple, and computers alike. The links are in the description below. If you do want to play, and they do have this other trilogy, but those are not free, mind you. I might cover those in a different gameplay. But so here we go. So the fireplace. I did not know that you could go on the bed, but the clue was right here. If you zoomed in right here, you look underneath the name Bethlehem, you could see a little jackal duck right there, which should have clued you into going into the bed, getting that duck, getting those matches. Oh, let's get to the fireplace. Burn, baby, burn. Right there. So now it's on fire. And the powder was flammable. So then we started going. So number 1 is blue. Let's see. Do I have a picture of this already? No, I do not. So let's take a picture of this. So number 1, guys, was blue. Let's just color it in. Number 1 is blue. Number 2 is red. Nice red earth. There we go. Guess, what is that, Mars? No. Number 3 is green. And number 4 is a purple. So let's do that. Number 3 is green. And number 4 is purple. The purple moon. We've had pink moons, blood moons, but never a purple moon. Alright, so then we go over here and we put in the colors according to the sizes. So here we go. So was it, golf ball is number 3 and it's green. It's the smallest, so I'm gonna leave the smallest one there. Number 1 is the soccer ball, so it's the second smallest, and it's actually a blue. Number 2 is the earth, and that is gonna be red. And this number 4 is gonna be the moon, second largest, and it's gonna be purple. And that's it. So in here we got another cross and the black light. Let's go add that. Come on, work with me. Work with me. Here we go. Okay. So, also, I've realized while doing my editings, I do mumble a lot. I'm trying to get better at that, but it's a problem. I've realized, but I am trying to get better. So hopefully, with practice and doing this constantly, that I do enunciate my words a lot better for y'all to understand me. It's kind of embarrassing for me, but I just had to get better at that. Hopefully, playing these games and recording just helps me be better at speaking. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but I do struggle with the reading because I do have dyslexia. So that's a little fun tidbit. I don't know if you've actually really noticed me when it comes to reading all these things. Before, I never checked on this folder because for some reason in the past I couldn't get it. Let me just read it out to y'all. Man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. Alex Carrel. I put my heart and soul into my work and have lost my mind in the process. Vincent van Gogh. And a faith is necessary to a man. Woe to him who believes in nothing. Victor Hugo. So I've had a little bit of practice with reading that because I read it multiple times, getting lost in this puzzle. My least favorite puzzle, this one is, but I think that's all because of me. So just quickly, if we look above the fireplace, it says use a hammer on the box. Well, I had been talking to myself in the gameplay that got lost. I was hoping that this computer had nothing to do with anything on the outside, that it was just a hint to something else, because how could it affect the outside world? But it did. So in the settings icon, it's a wrench and a hammer. Use the hammer on the box. We come back out, and it's open. My least favorite one, but I think that's just me being petty. So let's get that cross on there. Alright. So, my experience with this game, I did enjoy it. I, at one point, thought that I was great at these puzzle type games. Recording this tells me that I was completely wrong. As y'all can see, I kind of suck at this, but hopefully with me once again doing this way more, helps me get better at these puzzle games. These tend to be the majority of the quote-unquote scary, spooky type games I find on at least the App Store. I haven't really ventured too far into the Google Play Store. I believe that's what it's called. And hopefully there is a better variety. I do have a few games that will scare me, I believe, from the reviews and whatnot. I try not to look at gameplay so then to fool myself into thinking that I might be scared just in case. But I do get scared quite a lot in these games, though they are small. This one, no, obviously not. But if y'all watch my Year Walk gameplay, I got scared by quite a few things. Tree ladies, goat men, babies, but that was pretty good. This one was interesting. Obviously, this lady's got some mental problems, possibly dementia or Alzheimer's, something where she needs to constantly be working her brain, just focusing on trying to solve puzzles, which I've actually heard helps people with those conditions to slow down the degenerative process that those diseases do cause. Um, and so, lastly, I will thank you all for joining me on this little adventure, trying to get out of my cabin. Who locks their wife in the cabin? Like, hey, I'm gonna go work. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna take the keys with me, and for some reason, you can't get out unless you solve these puzzles. But but if you all would be great, like, subscribe, and help me grow. Share with your friends. Share with, I don't know, Facebook. Put it on Facebook. Put it on social media. Help me spread it. I would like this hobby to get bigger. I do enjoy the idea of, helping people pass the time, entertainment, or even being background noise for somebody doing a chore, which I tend to do a lot with the YouTube videos that I personally watch. I'd be watching stuff or listening to stuff while I'll be washing dishes or folding laundry or whatnot. Fun little fact: this little puzzle right here. If you tap it with one finger, it gives you this, and if you tap it with two fingers, it gives me a different sentence. This is the only puzzle that does that, and adding any more fingers does not actually do anything. So, last puzzle, guys. UV light, put it into there. All right. Wow, this looks amazing, and yes, it does. So now we go back. I think by far, getting this star puzzle was my favorite. It was the most intricate, definitely. It really was. There was so many pieces that had to, just fit in properly. Oh, did I mess up somewhere? Highest, lowest, second highest, second lowest. There we go. And I apologize for everybody that I got stuck on so many puzzles. I even, in my recording that I lost, I kept coming to this puzzle even though I completed it in the very beginning with the touch, key touch thing. And then I kept getting stuck at reading Alice's folder and Jason's folder. And the private key, I never understood what those were. I overthought it quite a bit. But all in all, I enjoyed the game. I recommend these for like road trips. If you don't have anything to entertain yourself, and you do have a phone, or your parent has a phone, have them download a few of these games, and help pass the time. Trying to get out with putting the key in. And so that's basically it. They do have the Forever Lost right there, the trilogy. I think I should look quite into it because it is one that you do have to pay money. And so for right now, I'm trying to do all the free games that one possibly can do. There's something about me buying a game on the App Store for a few bucks, but I'm willing to pay, 60, 70, $100 for a game for a game console. Even though it doesn't make that much sense, but these are, and the majority of these games are like maybe $2-3 at the max, and they are actually fun to play. I personally believe. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. Thank you for joining me on this cabin escaping my cabin from my crazy mad scientist husband who forces me to do all these crazy stuff to get out, get some fresh air. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I have. Thank you for joining me. It's time to clock out, and I'll see y'all on the next shift. Bye.